never been brought on stage after a choo-choo before, so that's huge. I'm having a weird day. I think my girlfriend wants me to be a fighter. And I think looking at me, you can tell I've never been in a fight. I mean, like, the closest thing to a fight I've ever been in was an acting monologue challenge in 2019. So, not really gonna bring much to that. But then last night, after we were watching a true crime documentary, my girlfriend leaned over to me in the middle of the night and said, "You would protect us from an intruder, right, babe?" And I'm like, ooh, haha. I mean, unless he's a big Shakespeare guy, probably not, right? Like, I know my limitations. What am I gonna do? He's gonna break into my house and he's gonna be like, "Any last words?" And I'll be like, "Come, tears confound. Out, sword and wound, the pap of Pyramus high. That's pap, where heart doth hop. Now I die. And he's gonna be like, "Wow." Oh my God, lead with that next time, kid. That was fucking amazing. I mean, how did you know Midsummer Night's Dream is my favorite Shakespeare play? You know what, I'm gonna go to apartment 3G instead and kill them because I will see you on the big screen, kid. That's not gonna happen. No, she's dead. But honestly, having a girlfriend is definitely the best thing that's ever happened to me because I was not good single, like, at all. I was a bit of a hoe and I never really got to know the girls. Like, there was this one girl I was talking to online and I did not know anything about her. We were talking, we were gonna meet up, and one thing I didn't know was that she happened to be a post-op transgender woman. And we were having sex and I was trying to spice things up, you know? So I'm like, "Whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this? Whose pussy is this?" And she looks me dead in the face and says, "Mount Sinai." And I will tell you, every single time I go to a CVS now and I see that, "Will you round up to make a donation for Mount Sinai?" I do that shit every single time. Every single time, guys. Why? Why, Greg? Because it's going to the greatest cause of all time. Are you kidding me? That was the greatest vagina I have ever been in my life. Whatever Harvard student's, like, senior thesis project that was, Goodwill Hunting over there popped the fuck off, dude. Come on now. I'm also not smart. I think that's something we should get off my chest now, but I don't think anyone in here was like, "Is he smart?" I just found out this a couple of weeks ago. New York City actually has a mayor. Yeah, this whole time I thought we just had like a governor, or like a president or something, but it turns out every city has a mayor. Fun little fact there, Sweden. Take that back home to Stockholm. Is that in Sweden?
Stockholm is Sweden.
Oh, I love you, dude. I love you. You could have been from any other country, I would not have known a city. But Stockholm, that's huge. But like, and I found out this dude's name is Eric Adams, right? And one thing about Eric Adams that you guys may know, Stockholm, is that he declared a war on rats. That's some badass shit, dude. I'm voting for that. You know, I don't care about policies, but I care about that, right? And I was talking to my Gen Z friend about it, and I was like, "Yo, did you hear Eric Adams declared a war on rats?" And she was like, "Actually, Greg, if you think about it, it's pretty fucked up because the rats were here first and we just took their land." And I was like, "Oh, no, Katie with 2 E's. That's just what you did to Bushwick, sweetheart. That's not the same thing." But I kind of like where your head's at, though. I think the rats should declare a war on Eric Adams. You know what I'm saying? Like the kingpin rat calls a meeting at the Times Square subway, because that's obviously where they all hang out. And he's like, "Thank you all for coming. But on all days to declare a war, he chooses the day of my daughter's wedding. I must give him an offer he just cannot refuse." So he calls Eric Adams up, and Eric never picks up the phone. He wakes up the next morning, and next to Eric Adams' pillow is a letter from the rats. So Eric Adams reads it, and he's like, "I gotta tell the people of New York the news." Gets to the pedestal, the podium. I don't know what a pedestal is. He's on national television, it's on all across America. That bitch is even in Stockholm. They're watching it, guys. And he's like, thank you all for coming. It's a sad day in New York, the rats have spoken. And this is what they have to say. Dear Eric Adams and the people of New York, watch your ankles, bitch. Tony Soprano. Guys, give it up for the greatest host of the year.